Now at 5, we're live in downtown Pittsburgh for our More Power to You tour. We're going to look at business and housing development and what lies ahead. Plus,
a new poll shows parents are worried about their kids' physical safety in school. I'm Michael George with Why Fear is Up and reaction from parents.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
We're live today in Pittsburgh's Evergy Courtyard to celebrate the completion of the More Power Tower project. This is KOAM News at 5. I'm Dow Quick. Now, over the coming couple of weeks, we're going to be live at different areas of the 4 states every Thursday during the 5 and 6 p.m. newscast as part of our More Power to You tour. We'll have more on that for you in just a moment for some of today's top stories. Investigators think they know the cause and the cost of the fire that swept through the Mary Queen of Angels Catholic Church in Fort Scott this week. Investigators say the fire was sparked by a lightning strike on Monday night. Crews from several surrounding departments battled the flames through the early Tuesday morning hours. That historic church, it was built in 1870. Early estimates show roughly $4 million in damages. Even with the roof a complete loss, the congregation plans to rebuild. A new Missouri law outlawing books with sexually explicit images from school libraries is now in effect. It's now a misdemeanor, punishable by up to a year in jail or a $2,000 fine for librarians and other educators to give students access to such material. There are exceptions for anatomy, biology, sex education, art, and other images considered educational. Doug Heddy joins us now. We've been hoping for rain for a while. We don't particularly want it when we're live outside.
Not at all.
More importantly, when Pitt State and Missouri Southern are playing at home tonight.
We got 2 games that are kicking off this evening, so we want to stay on the dry side, but of course the clouds have been increasing over the past couple hours, and then even some showers and thunderstorms across the area, especially in northeastern Oklahoma. Most of this light green are just really light showers, but we do have a few embedded little tiny thunderstorms that are going to be popping up as we go through the next few hours. So hit and miss showers for us throughout the evening hours. I don't think it's going to affect the college football games too much, but the rain's really going to pick up, especially after midnight tonight. Right along the I-44 corridor and south, showers, thunderstorms across the region, which we need, and at least most of it is going to occur after we get done with all the evening events. We'll drop back through the 80s, 70s, into the upper 60s. Later on tonight, we'll talk about the holiday weekend forecast here in just a bit.
All right, we'll catch you then. Thanks, Doug. City of Pittsburgh's in the process of building new housing. New jobs in southeast Kansas could mean a continuing increased population over the next few years. The city plans to build 1,500 houses in town. Officials say it's not uncommon that people who work in Pittsburgh actually live elsewhere because of a lack of housing.
Pittsburgh did a study, and one of the things they found is a lot of people that work here live in Joplin because there's just not enough housing here. So what we want is the Joplin people to come back where they're living and working and enjoy life here in Pittsburgh.
According to the city manager, the current plan has about 450 houses that have been either platted or planned. We're going to take a live look now at Pitt State University from our Skyview drone. The new university president, Dan Shipp, he's settling into his first fall semester in that role. Shipp comes to PSU from the University of Nebraska's Medical Center. He says he likes how much the community is behind the university.
Are how much spirit there is for Guerrilla Nation. You know, again, that's one of those things that we talk a lot about, and does it actually exist in the way that there's that much spirit both on campus and in the community? I mean, you can't drive around anywhere in the community, right, without seeing a gorilla.
And speaking of spirit and Guerrilla Nation, tonight is PSU football's first game of the season. Kickoff is at 7 o'clock. KOAM's Jacob Leonard's going to join us at 6 with more details about the game. He'll be live at Guerrilla Village. A new Gallup poll finds parents' concern for their children's safety at school has risen to its highest point in more than 2 decades. Michael George reports.
As Gloria Contreras sends her 7-year-old daughter back to the classroom, safety is a top concern.
We feel that we're leaving them and they're going to be safe, but nowadays I don't know that anyone is safe.
A new Gallup poll finds 44% of parents with a child in kindergarten through 12th grade share that sentiment and fear for their oldest child's physical safety at school. 1 in 5 also reported their child has expressed concerns about feeling unsafe.
It's a really high point that we haven't seen in quite some time.
Gallup editor-in-chief Mohammed Yunus says it's a sign recent U.S. mass shootings, including the Robb Elementary School massacre in Uvalde, Texas, are taking an emotional toll on parents and their kids. But so are other factors.
It's important to keep in mind there's a lot of other reasons why kids can maybe not feel safe at school, from bullying to just communal violence happening in the neighborhood.
For the upcoming school year, some school districts have recently hired armed security guards.
A kid shouldn't really have to go to school having someone with a gun, so I really don't want to see that.
After witnessing a lockdown drill at her daughter's school, Contreras says she gave her daughter a watch with GPS and texting capabilities. She hopes schools will develop improved systems to help police officers respond quickly. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
Gallup saw parental fear hit its highest point in the survey in 1999. That was after the Columbine High School shooting. Gallup says it did not conduct this study in 2020 or 2021 because the COVID-19 pandemic resulted in irregular in-person learning. Again, we are live at Block 22's Evergy Courtyard in downtown Pittsburgh for our More Power to You tour. We're going to talk with the Pittsburgh City Manager live next. Welcome back. Again, we are live in downtown Pittsburgh at Block 22's Evergy Courtyard as part of our More Power to You tour. And we're joined now by the Pittsburgh City Manager, Darren Hall. Thanks for being with us.
Thanks for being down here.
A lot going on in Pittsburgh, and we're going to start with the big FedEx facility under construction now just outside of town. Tell us how that's coming along.
It's moving quickly. I think we're looking at late October, and they're doing all the finishing touches inside, a huge conveyor system for moving packages, as you can imagine, but they've had some hiring fairs. They're looking at employees, pretty big number, over 150, so looking forward to that impact on the community, and awesome.
150, that's direct employment jobs, and obviously there'll be some other jobs that'll benefit from this as well.
Yeah, hopefully some long-term back office things, but those are basically seasonal folks for the holiday season, which is why they wanted to get open by the end of October.
Now, Watco is also in the midst of a development project. They won't have as many direct employment jobs, but there will be some other repercussions for the economy. Can you talk about that?
Absolutely. That's a big infrastructure project. It's a transload facility, so rail to truck. Probably impact about 100 miles. Anybody in 100 miles, that'll probably impact their business if they're like leisure time and they ship things in. But probably a couple dozen jobs, but a very nice improvement for the city.
Again, a couple of dozen direct employment, but that's going to benefit rail, it'll benefit transportation in general, trucking, and I suppose retail also indirectly.
Yeah, it'll have an impact across the board, which is why it's the project we wanted. We worked hard for it, and Watco really stepped up, as they always do in the community, and did another big project for us.
Now, every community is interested in developing its downtown. They're either in the process, or they have plans, or it's been going on for a while, and that's certainly the case here in Pittsburgh. Tell me about the downtown development here.
Well, we've been fortunate. The community members really stepped up, looking at old buildings, refurbishing them. The city's been a partner in a lot of that, but for us, it's about jobs, living space, and things that complement everything that we have in Pittsburgh. There's a couple of new restaurants, the Blue Spoon, there's a White Elephant Shop, Limelight Marketing's now down here, and there's probably at least a dozen others that are ongoing.
A lot of history, a lot to be proud of down here in downtown Pittsburgh. Darren Hall, City Manager, thank you so much for joining us. Again, we are live in downtown Pittsburgh at Block 22's Evergy Courtyard for our More Power to You tour. Doug Heddy's up next with the forecast.
The More Power.
Well, of course, we're out here live in downtown Pittsburgh, and actually it's turned out to be a decent evening once we got the clouds in here. There are a few showers. Temperatures have been pretty nice over the past couple hours. Nice shot indigo sky. You can see cloudy skies. We do have those hit and miss showers. Of course, we got football games tonight. We got Pitt and also Southern, so we want to dodge those. But I think our rain chances are going to pick up a little bit as we go through the evening hours. Look at the showers and thunderstorms kind of rolling in over the past few hours, and these are kind of heavy in northeastern parts of Oklahoma, and then they've just kind of petered out over the past couple hours or so. We still have some very light showers across the region, a couple little random little thunderstorms. You can see one little guy just to the south of Neosho, and then some heavier little thunderstorms once you get into northeastern Oklahoma. Most of the metro, just cloudy, some very light showers across the region. All right, rain chances really go up for us after 10 p.m. These are going to be a lot more widespread than what we've been seeing over the past couple hours. So we are going to get some rain, and at least the better chances are going to hold off until after football games, but we still need it. Look at our drought tracker. We're still in an extreme drought from Chanute, Pittsburgh, Independence, Miami, over toward Bartlesville. Improving a little bit on the Missouri side, which is good, but we still need the rain. Temperatures a little bit cooler where we are seeing the clouds sitting mainly into the 80s, and then we're still near 90 in our northern counties. 7th and rangeline, kind of an ominous looking sky, but nothing bad. 86. Humidity is at about 65%. We'll drop back through the 80s, 70s, eventually into the upper 60s later on tonight. So we have this weak little wave that is pushing through. You can see a little spin right across central parts of Oklahoma. It's weak, but it is going to give us some hit and miss showers over the next 24 hours. So let's go through time. We'll step through the overnight hours tonight. Hit and miss light showers through the evening. I'm not very concerned about this, but they will increase a bit after about 10 or 11 p.m. You can see showers, thunderstorms increasing, especially along the I-44 corridor and south. That's where the better chances for rain are going to be. Scattered showers and thunderstorms last into the morning here, 6 a.m., slowly kind of shifting on the Missouri side as we go through the morning hours. So in Kansas and Oklahoma, I think you're going to be mainly dry tomorrow afternoon. But still, even at the noon hour, we have these scattered showers in southwestern Missouri. And then we start to clear out it as we get into the evening hours, which is good. We got high school football tomorrow evening, partly sunny skies. Temperatures are going to be sitting right around 80 degrees. Could get a few more random showers in here late tomorrow night, but I actually think most of Saturday looks pretty good, which of course we're kicking off the holiday weekend. For your Friday, starting at 67, 77 by noon, high temp of 85, 84 by 5 p.m., rain chances decreasing as we go through the day. You can see how they pop up tonight into tomorrow morning, and then just isolated showers most of tomorrow into Saturday, which is pretty good. Let's go 85 on Friday, mainly morning showers and thunderstorms. 90 on Saturday. Sunday and Monday look great if you have outdoor activities for the holiday weekend. Labor Day, 90, partly sunny. Slight chance for rain Tuesday, and then again late next week. But at least we're going to get most of the rain in here tonight after the football games.
That's good news, and it's good news. We need the rain, and we need to have nice weather for the football game.
Absolutely.
And you're going to try to deliver on both of those.
I am. I'm going to work hard.
I appreciate it. Thanks, man. Hey, topping today's Health Watch, lung cancer is the leading cause of cancer death. It accounts for about 25% of all cancers. Experts now recommend a yearly low-dose CT scan of the chest for patients who are at high risk for the disease, but this potentially life-saving prescription has been slow to take hold. In the fall of 2018, Lisa Barbaro developed a deep cough. An X-ray showed no sign of anything serious. Still, her pulmonologist was concerned. Barbaro was a longtime smoker.
Every doctor says you need to quit smoking, and I had smoked for 50 years, but I wasn't quitting smoking.
Barbaro agreed to undergo a screening CT scan to give a more detailed view of the lungs. By early 2019, news no one wants to hear.
She called me and she said, you know, you've got 2 very small nodules on your lungs, one on each lung.
Barbaro had early-stage lung cancer.
They're tiny, like just the end of a ballpoint pen, think of it. But we saw them change in size, and therefore she was then recommended to have surgery.
The lungs have few pain receptors, so lung cancer is often missed until its late stage. That's why screening can be so important. The U.S. Preventative Services Task Force now recommends people who are over 50 and have a 20-year pack history get the CT screening. Pack history means you've smoked 1 pack a day for 20 years or 2 packs a day for 10 years. Fewer than 10% of all smokers who are eligible for the CT lung screening actually get the test.
We need to reach out to smokers and former smokers because we can really save their lives.
I had the X-ray, the lungs came back clean. I wasn't having trouble breathing, nothing like that.
The CT scans for patients at higher risk for lung cancer are covered by private insurance as well as Medicaid and Medicare. A person's blood type could be linked to a higher risk of having a stroke before the age of 60. Doctors with the University of Maryland found people with the A blood type are 18% more likely to have an early stroke. People with the O blood type are 12% less likely to have one. The reasons for the differences, those are still unclear. Blood types did not have a significant effect on stroke risk over the age of 60. Coming up, more live from here in downtown Pittsburgh as we look through the past and future of the Block 22 project. First, though, we recognize a local veteran of the Vietnam War from right here in Pittsburgh. Robert Munson served in the U.S. Navy. He served 17 years at sea on various ships, including a submarine, rescue ship, and river patrol boats. He served 4 years as a Navy diver, and we are proud to salute Command Master Chief Robert Munson of 4th State here. Welcome back. Again, we are live at Evergy Courtyard, part of Block 22 in downtown Pittsburgh, for our More Power to You tour. And we are joined now by Sean Nacarado with Block 22. Thanks for being with us.
It's a pleasure to be here. Happy to have you.
Block 22 is a lot of things to most people. I think they're identifying the retail establishments, specifically the restaurants. You also have another retailer. Tell us how the response has been to those so far.
The response has been incredible. The energy that has been provided here at 4th and Broadway, the historic center of Pittsburgh, has been incredible. And having these new restaurants and coffee shop, the retail with Pippi May, it's been incredible. The students, the community, as everybody's come out, and it's really building a new community here at 4th and Broadway.
It's unfortunate that the pandemic hit when it did, just as some of these businesses were new. How did they weather that?
Well, number one, they all survived, so we're very pleased and proud of that, and that speaks a lot to the community that has been built not only around 4th and Broadway at Block 22, but also how much the entire community has embraced that. And so they all made it through. Difficulties, obviously. We all, the timing of it was interesting in the sense that we had barely gotten open when that happened, but they've all survived and they're thriving.
Block 22 is more than retail. It's also an apartment facility for about 100 or so Pitt State students. Tell us about the Block 22 apartment complex.
Well, our idea here was a living learning community, to convert the 4 first commercial buildings in downtown Pittsburgh into a living learning community for our students and for our community. And the apartments upstairs, as you said, almost 100 students, 99 to be exact, have been full the entire time. And those students had the opportunity to live down here, experience the vibrant renaissance that's occurring in Pittsburgh. Demand
still increasing for space there.
Every year. In fact, we've been full since we opened in August of 18.
Very good. Pittsco Idea Shop is also part of Block 22. In fact, it's right next to where we are. Tell me how that works in the response.
So the idea with Idea Shop was something called hacker maker spaces, but essentially a place where people can bring their ideas that will have a physical component. So they can create, for us it means engaging K-12 students in innovation thinking, helping them to understand how they can plug in eventually with Pittsburgh State University programs to do that, but also with our community. When they have ideas, we can help them with prototyping on products as well as founding new businesses with our business consultants.
We have just a minute, Sean. A lot of people are going to be seeing a flyer like this for advertising a block party here specifically at Evergy Courtyard that's coming up a week from tomorrow. What's that all about?
Tomorrow. So we're going to be having John Calvin Abney, who is a national touring act. He will be here presented by Olive Street Concerts, but we want to turn that into a block party atmosphere. We wanted to, again, building that community, because at the end of the day, that's what we're all about here at Block 22, is building community.
Couldn't agree more. Thank you so much, Sean Nacarado, Block 22. Final check of the forecast up next. Up next on the CBS Evening News, how cheaper housing could help with the national teacher shortage. Then on KOAM News at 6, more on how Pittsburgh is meeting demand for more housing in this area. Plus, the Pittsburgh Chamber of Commerce President Blake Benson is going to join us live to discuss economic development in the city. And of course, it is a big night for local college football as Pitt State and Missouri Southern both host their home openers. We're going to preview both games. Stay with us. CBS Evening News and then KOAM News at 6. I know a lot of you are about to step out of your house and go out to your local university game, and they're looking to the sky.
Yeah, you know, we do have a lot of clouds. We have some random little showers, but I really think both games, weather-wise, is going to be okay, just because it feels a little bit cooler with the clouds. But yeah, we're going to be dodging a couple little showers. Good news here is the more widespread rain is really going to roll in after midnight into tomorrow morning, and the bulk of the holiday weekend shaping up pretty good.
A lot of people heading out to the lake.
Yeah.
Other places will be glad to hear
Unofficial end of summer.
That's right. Thanks for joining us. CBS Evening News is next. And, of course, we're going to be right back here live in Pittsburgh for KOAM News at 6. We'll see you then. Let's make it a great evening.